Hi there, welcome to Dogs in the Park. We are musicians, indie songwriters, and we like to share some of the thoughts and ideas about the current state of music, how it is consumed and created, what is its value and meaning nowadays, in consequence of streaming and AI. We've been writing songs about more than 6 years now, and completely independently DIY, and now we're finally at the point of having an album almost complete and releasing it this year, and we're taking quite a different approach from most of beginner artists nowadays, I think. So there's about 3 aspects that we'd like to talk about why our album is different and how and why. Yes, like this. There's 3 main aspects. It's intentional, imperfect, and non-profit. Intentional as opposed or as a counterpoint to just some background noise that streaming services seem to be nowadays, because, well, as you get access to basically all the music in the world, it loses value. And there are some advantages to it. We do use YouTube a lot to access music that we don't have on CDs, because we actually grow up listening to CDs and still consider it to be our preferred way of listening to music, right? And we never really transitioned to Spotify or any other streaming service, but we do use YouTube.
With YouTube, it's great that it's just possible to find almost any of the music that's been released, but it doesn't have the same feeling as listening to music on CDs or physical media in general.
Yes, because when we buy it, we actually own it, and if Spotify went down one day and we haven't downloaded it, then we just lose it. And if we have something on CD, which, unlike maybe cassette tapes or vinyls, has much longer durability, I think. So it can survive across decades. So it's something you own and has more value, because we have our collections of our favorite artists like Genesis. We have actually our complete collection of the 7 main studio albums by Phil Collins, and we're collecting some more. And yeah, it's something that has special meaning for us, that we buy it on CD, and that's why we gave our album a slogan, more than a CD, because the CD is the main medium, but that's not all there is to it, because we also adding some
bonus material.
You like merch? Yes.
Both physical and
and what?
What's the other one?
Yeah, something we're going to talk about later, I think.
Okay.
Because this is the first difference from, let's say, the mainstream approach, even if we talk about indie artists. Yeah, speaking of that, there's this next. The next point, that's that it is imperfect, which is as opposed to AI, autotune, and things like that, because our album is completely DIY, completely homemade, or some parts are recording in sort of semi-professional settings by our drummer. Actually, 2 drummers have taken part on it, and I think that people are already kind of annoyed by AI, and many people reject it, although many people can't really distinguish between AI music and organic human music, which is why we don't care about technical perfection.
And I think some of some people are starting to appreciate the imperfections that make human music different from AI.
Yeah, I think that people are going to appreciate it more in the future, and maybe also live performance, and just something that, just these little mistakes, that things didn't go always as planned, which is, obviously we try to make our album sound as good as possible, but not for perfection for the sake of perfection, or whatever you call it. Just make it organic, natural, and totally distinguishable from AI music. So, and the last thing about our album, and what also major counterpoint, is that it is non-profit, because I think that most of the artists nowadays, I think that content for, the videos on YouTube that are made for beginner artists are usually focused on how to make money from music, how to get a career in music, how to make it your full-time job, and we realize we don't actually care about this, because it's the music that matters, and not really making any profit from it, because we don't care about your money. We care about you hearing our music. So we're actually making, one of the reasons why we're making this video is that people who maybe randomly get recommended our songs don't really know this whole story, so we just like to make it clear, and make something that people would understand what it is actually about. We don't want to benefit from you buying our music. We just want you to benefit from our music, because it's something that we're so genuinely proud of, and would like to share it with the world, and we just don't want to leave it just for ourselves. So this is the main reason why we're making music, and everything that above covering the expenses goes for charity. And this is now it's just local, but in the future we plan to collaborate with, maybe on a more global level, with charity projects, and performing live also for charity, because many of our songs have sort of social topics that we'd like to raise awareness of. So that's why I'm making this. Thank you for watching, and leave some comments if you
find this interesting, or
if you have any idea about this topic. We don't want you to benefit. No.